What's up, you guys? Steve here with another unemployment video regarding enhanced unemployment benefits. And today I want to bring your attention to a suggestion that we extend FPUC out for 14 months to the year 2022. Now, this is much more generous than anything we've seen proposed by the Republicans or the Democrats, for that matter, that have suggested September to January of 2021. So I wanted to get your guys' opinion. Is this overkill, or is this actually addressing our current state with the virus? Now, this was actually suggested by none other than Shark Tank's Kevin O'Leary. Now, I know what you're thinking, because I think the same thing. We get a lot of these opinions from these wealthy individuals that we know really aren't going to be going anywhere. And honestly, for the most part, it kind of comes off as an attention grab, like,
look at me and how generous I am and how great it would be if I were president.
But honestly, when you take a look at what they propose, usually it's just give everybody free money. And which, I wouldn't be opposed to getting free money. However, it would be nice if they actually paid a little bit more attention to the issues and tried to come up with an actual solution for the problems. Well, I was pleasantly surprised, actually, when I looked further into this. Turns out Kevin O'Leary's suggestion is backed by a lot of data, and by no means is this an attention grab, because when you take a look at it, he actually emphasizes targeting this specific issue and suggests we do away with certain other provisions that might make people raise their eyebrows. And this is actually a lot more affordable than I thought when you take a look at the numbers. So in this video, I'm going to run this by you guys. Let me know your thoughts if you think that extending the duration of enhanced unemployment benefits would be a good idea. And let me know if you think we got a deal. So I'm going to dive into all the details right now. And if you like that, before we dive in, if you could do me a quick favor, it'll just take a second. Smash that like button. I would appreciate it. YouTube channel success is based on interaction. So like button and comments helps out my channel. And also, if you'd like to stay up to date on everything that's rolling out, be sure to smash the subscribe button and the notification bell so that way as soon as I upload videos, you can be notified. And if you don't already, be sure to follow me on Instagram at SteveRam3. So the data is actually supporting what Kevin O'Leary is suggesting by extending this out for 14 months. So in order to discuss why he's suggesting this, we must take a look at two things. First, the state of the virus, and then second, the state of our economy. All right, so first let's take a look at the current state of the virus. Now, we currently are having 50,000 new cases in the United States a day, and this is holding strong. This is not declining. So it doesn't look like this is showing any signs of going away. In addition to that, we are now entering winter, into flu season, and as of right now, we currently do not have a vaccine, which is an indication that a lot of the jobs that have been lost due to this pandemic don't look like they're going to be coming back anytime soon. So if we go forward 3 months from now with the current proposals into January of 2021 and things remain the same, it is very likely we're going to be in the exact same position we currently are right now, looking to Congress to provide an extension of FPUC. So this supports potentially us going out a little bit further in duration as to how long we would apply enhanced unemployment benefits. Now, second, O'Leary addresses the current state of the economy and how economists currently are saying what's happening right now is we are experiencing what's known as a K-shaped recovery. Now, I gotta admit, I had never heard of a K-shaped recovery. I heard of V, where it goes down and back up. I've heard of W, where it kind of does a double dip, but I've never heard of K. So if you're like me and this is the first time you're hearing about the K recovery, well, what that is there's essentially two different groups of people experiencing two different things. One group of people are experiencing a recovery back up, while the second group of people are experiencing a worsening of their economic situation. And what they're saying is essentially what's happening is the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. Those that own assets such as real estate and stocks are experiencing a recovery back up, and those that don't own assets, that have lost their jobs and are just simply trying to get food on the table, right now they're experiencing a worsening of their situations. So what O'Leary is suggesting is that we focus our attention on those individuals that are in dire need at this time and provide them with provisions and focus on helping them at this time. In fact, Kevin O'Leary suggests that we double down on helping those in dire need and actually do away with some of the provisions that don't focus on them. Now, this is going to prove to you that this is not a people pleaser move, as he says the following: we do not need the $1,200 stimulus checks to everybody anymore, because a lot of those people have now found work again. So what he's saying is that stimulus checks essentially go out to everybody, and that's not going to help the situation. That's not going to help the people that are experiencing the worsening economic situation. We need to focus on them, which are the unemployed, and really enhance their unemployment benefits and not worry about stimulus checks. So let me know your thoughts. Do you agree with Kevin O'Leary's suggestion? Now, although O'Leary suggests that we extend the duration of enhanced unemployment benefits, he does suggest also that we lower the weekly benefit from $600 per week down to $400 per week, saying the following: I would rather people have an incentive to work if they can find it, but I don't want them to be in a great painful space. So he's suggesting that we lower this down so that way there's still an incentive for them to go out and find work. And what we've seen from the national average is that roughly an additional $400 per week on top of unemployment benefits would provide almost a full recovery of their lost wages without them making more money on unemployment than when they were previously working. Now, one of the things that I personally find very appealing about Kevin O'Leary's suggestion is the fact that we're not only going to be targeting those that currently need this provision, but in addition to that, when you take a look at the numbers, this is actually going to be a lot more affordable than you would have thought and is not going to impact us as heavily on the national debt. Now, according to the Bureau of Economic Analysis, on an annualized basis, the original FPUC benefit translated into an additional $842 billion in personal income. However, keep in mind the fact that that was at the peak of the pandemic when everything shut down and we had a massive amount of unemployment. Since then, things have gone down quite a bit, so that's a little bit of an unstable and not good comparison for us to use. However, something better and more recent for us to look at would be the LWA benefits. All right, you guys, so let's take a look at how much O'Leary's proposal might cost. And we're going to be using LWA as the standard. Now, LWA was implemented back in August, so it was a little bit more recent, and there was a little bit more stable amounts of claims, and they were more similar to what we're seeing now. So this is a pretty good standard, and what was proposed in LWA was $300 per week, roughly for about 6 weeks for the majority of claimants. Some received less, and it cost us roughly $44 billion of reallocated funds from FEMA's disaster relief program. Now, what O'Leary is suggesting is $400 per week. So let's raise that up from $300 per week at 6 weeks to $400 per week at 6 weeks, and that'll put us at $58.6 billion in total cost. However, as we said, O'Leary wants to go out 14 months, which is essentially 60 weeks. So if we raise that amount from 6 weeks to 60 weeks, it then puts us at a grand total cost of $586 billion, which is much more affordable and a far cry from what we saw with the original FPUC. Now, one of the things that makes this more affordable is the fact that he has reduced the weekly benefits. In addition to that, we have now less claimants that need to receive this benefit. And also keep in mind the fact that this is going out to 2022 and hopefully things will have improved by then. Hopefully we'll see less people on unemployment. And in addition to that, maybe by that time we'll have received a vaccine. So it won't even cost us the full $586 billion quote. So one of the things that I personally find appealing about this suggestion is that it's actually a little bit more affordable than you would have expected. And just to clarify, I am well aware of the fact that there are a lot of issues that we need to address to get this pandemic and our economic situation under control. I'm by no means saying this is the cure-all. However, I am saying that I do feel that this is a very well thought out solution to this specific provision. Let me know if you agree or not in the comments down below. And also, if you're a fan of Kevin O'Leary's, why don't you go ahead and let him know about this video. I would love to see his reaction or hear him elaborate a little bit further on this provision. Also, I know Graham Stephan is a big fan of Kevin O'Leary's too. If you would share this with him, I would love to see if maybe he has a reaction to this as well. And also be sure to let Mr. O'Leary know that if he happens to react to this video, that he will receive a 50% royalty on all his ad revenue for the reaction from the YouTube algorithm. And I do believe that he will find that to be very wonderful. Well, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video regarding enhanced unemployment benefits and the suggestion by Kevin O'Leary that we extended out for another 14 months to the year 2022. And if you like this video, if you haven't already, if you could do me a quick favor, it'll just take a second, smash the like button, I would appreciate it. And also, if you'd like to stay up to date on everything, be sure to smash the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that way as soon as I upload videos, you can be notified. And if you don't already, be sure to follow me on Instagram at SteveRam3. And you guys, I'm pretty much done. So for that reason, I'm out. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.